In a far-off land, there lived 3 little piglets, 3 brothers. They were all the same size and had the same happy tails. All summer, they tumbled together in the green grass, basking in the sun, wallowing in puddles. But now fall has come. The sun doesn't warm as much, and the forest is turning yellow.
Time has come for us to think about winter,
hinted the older brother.
Let's build a house, and we'll spend the winter together under one warm roof.
But his brothers didn't want to work, so they just laughed at the older brother. They were much happier in the last warm days to play and jump in the meadow than to dig and carry stones.
What winter? Plenty of time. Winter is still far away,
said the middle brother.
When we need to, we'll build our own houses,
the younger brother grunted. The older brother waved them off and said,
Then I won't be waiting for you.
With every day, it started getting colder and colder. And the younger brothers continued playing their piglet games, jumping and tumbling about, and only then, when a big puddle next to the road started to be covered by morning frost and a thin crust of ice, did the lazy brothers set to work. The younger brother decided that the simplest and quickest way to build a house was out of straw. By evening, his hut was ready, and the piglet ran to the middle brother, on the way singing with joy.
Even if you go halfway around the world, around the world, around the world, you won't find a better home, you won't find one, you won't find one.
At first, the middle brother also wanted to build a house out of straw. But then he decided that in such a house, in winter, it would be very cold. So he decided to build his own house from branches and thin sticks. And so he did so.
I have a good house, a new house, a solid house. I'm not afraid of rain and thunder, rain and thunder, rain and thunder. Well there, your house ready,
the younger brother said.
I told you we'd quickly finish this business. Let's go see our older brother. Let's see what he built for himself. Let's go. Even if you go halfway around the world, around the world, around the world, you won't find a better home, you won't find one, you won't find one.
The older brother had built himself a large, solid stone house in which he would be protected from wind, rain, and frost. The brothers caught him working.
What are you building? Is this a home for a pig or a fortress?
The younger brother asked. And both brothers were so merry that their squeals and grunts could be heard all over the meadow. The elder brother didn't pay attention to his stupid brothers, and as if nothing had happened, he continued to build his house and sang a song.
Of course, I'm smarter than everyone. Smarter than everyone, smarter than everyone. I built a house from stones, from stones, from stones. No beast in the world, no cunning beast, no terrible beast can break through my door, through my door, through my door. Who to be afraid of in this forest? Huh, do you think there are wolves here? You're just a scaredy cat. Come on, there's nothing to do here. Better to have fun and play, said the younger brother.
And the 2 brave brothers went to play. On the way, they sang and danced. And when they entered the forest, they were so noisy they woke up a wolf who was sleeping under a tree. The angry, hungry wolf went to the place where the screeching and grunting came from, and there were 2 stupid little pigs.
What kind of wolves can there be in this forest?
The younger brother said, who had only seen wolves in pictures.
We'll grab him by the nose, he'll see,
added the middle brother, who had never seen a live wolf either. And the joyful brothers sang again.
We're not afraid of the big gray wolf, the big gray wolf, the big gray wolf.
Where are you, stupid wolf? Old wolf, scary wolf? And suddenly they saw a real-life wolf. The poor little pigs couldn't even move out of terror. The wolf growled and prepared to pounce. The piglets suddenly came to their senses and ran screeching through the forest. They each ran to their own houses. They had never had to run so fast. The younger brother ran into his thatched hut first and slammed the door right in the wolf's face. "Now open the door, or I'll break it down," the wolf growled.
"No, I won't open it."
"Then I'll blow so hard that I'll blow your house down." And the wolf began to blow. Phew. The roof fell off the house and the straw walls of the house shook. Then the wolf blew even harder. Phew. And the house flew apart in all directions. The wolf snapped his teeth right in front of the snout of the little pig. But the piglet deftly dodged and rushed away to the house of the middle brother. The brothers barely locked themselves in when they heard the voice of the wolf. "Well, now I'll eat you both." The brothers looked at each other in fear, and the wolf began to blow again. Blow with all his might. Phew. When the wolf blew the fifth time, the house tottered and collapsed. In horror, the pigs rushed away. The brothers rushed to the older brother's house. They ran so fast that dust flew from under their little feet. With huge leaps, the wolf caught up with them, but again he was out of luck. He ran into a big apple tree that was growing near the road. And our little piglets made it to the older brother's house. The brother let them in and began to calm them down.
"In my house, there's nothing to fear. Let's drink tea."
And he sang his song.
"No beast in the world, no cunning beast, no terrible beast will open this door, this door, this door."
Just then, the wolf started pounding on the door.
"Who's knocking there?"
The elder brother calmly asked. "Open the door."
"I don't think so."
"Oh no? Well then I'll eat all three of you." And the wolf began to blow. He sucked in even more air and blew as hard as he could. But no matter how hard he blew, not even the smallest stone moved. He raised his head and suddenly noticed a large, wide chimney on the roof. He carefully climbed up the roof and listened. Everything was quiet in the house. The wolf looked around and climbed into the chimney. As soon as the elder pig heard rustling, he knew what was happening. He quickly rushed to the cauldron in which water was boiling on the fire and tore off the lid. "Welcome," said the smart oldest pig. At that moment, the wolf splashed into the boiling water. With a wild roar, the scolded wolf flew up the chimney back up to the roof, then fell to the ground and ran away into the woods. And three brothers, the three little piglets, watched him go and rejoiced that they were so clever and taught a lesson to the evildoer.
"Even if you go halfway around the world, around the world, around the world, you won't find a better home. You won't find. The wolf from the forest will never ever, never ever, never ever come back here again. Never again, never again."
Since then, the brothers have lived together under the same roof. The fairy tale, Puss in Boots. Once there lived a baker, and he had 3 sons. When the father got old and was gone, the brothers decided to share the inheritance among themselves. The elder took the bakery and started baking buns. The middle son got the donkey and the cart, and the youngest son just got the cat. The poor youngest son was very upset by this injustice. The cat saw that its owner was sad and said, "Don't cry, master. I'll think of something. I just need a strong bag with strings and a good pair of boots." The younger brother was surprised but tried not to show it. He had known for a long time that the cat was cunning. Would he really come up with something? Once the cat got everything it asked for, it quickly put on its shoes and went to a nearby grove. The cat knew that hares lived there, and he was going to catch some. For this, he had delicious cabbage in store at the very bottom of his bag. The cat found a sunny meadow and pretended to be sound asleep. And then a silly bunny climbed in the bag looking for a treat, and the cat tightened the ties. With the bunny on his shoulder, the cat went straight to the palace. The cat was brought into the royal office. He bowed respectfully and pointed to the bag. "Your Majesty, my lord, the Marquis of Carabas, instructed me to deliver this humble gift." The king liked the gift, and he handed the cat the royal gratitude for the Marquis. Nobody knew that the name the Marquis of Carabas was invented by the cat for his master to show that he was an important and distinguished person. The next day, the cat caught 2 partridges. A day later, a pheasant, then a rabbit. Every day, the cat went hunting and took the booty to the palace and always said that he was doing it on behalf of his master, the Marquis of Carabas. One day, the cat found out that the king was going for a walk with his daughter and would be passing a very interesting river. The cat had a great idea. "Take my advice, master," the cat said and danced with impatience. "Do what I tell you and I will bring you good luck. All you need to do is go to the river to swim. Only do so exactly in the place I show you." The Marquis of Carabas had long ago ceased to be surprised by the advice of his cat. Therefore he obeyed, went to the river and even swam a little. Just then a carriage carrying the king and princess passed by. The cat jumped across the carriage's path, desperately waving his paws and shouting, "Help! Faster! Faster! My master is drowning!" The king recognized the cat that had brought him gifts and ordered the guards to quickly pull the drowning person out of the river.
Okay.
During this, the cat managed to tell the king that robbers had attacked the Marquis of Carabas. They took away his clothes and pushed him into the river. It's good that the king didn't see the trousers and the shirt of the Marquis that the cunning cat had buried by the river under a stone. By order of the king, the Marquis of Carabas was brought the best court attire, in which he looked like a prince and even better, so that the princess at once fell in love with the handsome man. The king also liked the polite and humble young man, and he invited him to continue riding in the royal carriage. The cat was happy. Everything had gone exactly according to plan. Using all his strength, the cat rushed, running ahead of the carriage. Probably if he had wings, he would have flown. A large meadow appeared where the peasants were gathering hay. The cat called out to them without stopping. "Good people, if they ask whose land this is, please say the Marquis of Carabas. Otherwise there will be no legs and no horns left of you."
Okay.
The king was surprised when he looked out of the carriage and asked, "What good hay? Whose lands are these?"
"The Marquis of Carabas,"
the frightened peasants answered in unison. "It's a glorious meadow." The king rejoiced for the Marquis, and he just nodded modestly. In the fields where grain was harvested, the peasants also confirmed that the harvest belonged to the Marquis of Carabas. Next was the garden of the Marquis of Carabas, then his house, then his shop, his mill, and even his bakery. And the cat kept running forward and ordered everyone to say that all the houses, fields, and livestock belonged to the Marquis of Carabas. Otherwise, yes, no horns and no legs. In fact, the cat knew that the fields, houses, and gardens which they passed along the way belonged to the richest ogre giant in the land. He was not loved and was feared. He was very scary and greedy, and lived near the road in a huge, beautiful castle, which was even more beautiful than the castle of the king himself. The cat was in a hurry. The trickster knew in advance about the magic power of the giant and wanted to meet him first. The cat knocked on the gate, bowed respectfully at the owner of the house and said that he admired the giant's talents. "I heard," whispered the cat,
that you can become any animal you want. For example, a lion.
Easily, growled the giant, and so quickly became a lion. The cat was even frightened and shocked. He tried to run up onto the roof, but in Boots it was not very easy. The cat rolled off the roof, and that made the giant laugh.
All right, a lion, it is big, said the cat, brushing himself off. How about something small? I would never believe that a giant could become a little bunny, or even a mouse.
You don't believe me? The giant got angry and immediately turned into a tiny grey mouse. The cat glared at it with one eye, caught it with one long jump, and swallowed it. Because even in Boots, he still remained a champion mouser. When the carriage drove up to the castle, the cat was already at the gate.
It's a great honor for me to hail the beloved king at the castle of the Marquis of Carabas.
Wow! The king exclaimed, "What a castle! I really want to see everything here, to take a look around, if you will."
The Marquis of Carabas will of course allow that,
and the cat led the tour. In the great guest hall, they were looking forward to a great dinner. The king was so delighted that he immediately agreed to give his daughter to the Marquis in marriage. And the cat was granted a title. Now they address him only as Your Highness the Cat. He still catches mice, but only for his own pleasure. That's it, my dear friends. A cunning and enterprising cat helped his master get married to a princess and become rich. So remember, never ever give up. Ingenuity and resourcefulness will help in the most difficult situations. The main thing is to believe in yourself, and everything will work out. Subscribe to our channel, give us a like, and don't forget to share our fairy tales with your friends.